What's up, Hippo lovers? We are looking into Vinchester against TaToH. Just finished the Doubt versus Fire series. It was overlapping, and that's why we are casting Rex here. We can take a look at the Civ picks together. I might need to adjust the flag a bit here at the top. And we already have the bands in here as well. As you saw, Vinchester with quite late bands. Is giving Japanese and Mayans to TaToH, and got bans against Franks and Indians here. We'll see Seize the Hum, Flooded Cross, Rehydration, Land Madness, and Arabia. We'll start off with Gold Rush, Portuguese. Should be a pretty good one. And yeah, I think who do we want to have at what color? I think Vinchester red, TaToH blue makes a lot of sense, right? I think so. Coming into the game, and I can show you some players and answer some questions. Do you think you will earn all the money you risked hosting an AC2? Well, I hope so. Otherwise, there won't be an AC3. And yeah, what a great series we just had there of Fire against TaToH. Clearly delivered, and well, it was a close series, and TaToH won in the end, so I think 90% of people are pretty happy. Will we see oil guns? Well, let's hope so. We are looking into this sick map of Vinchester. Look at that. Incredible woodline. And if he gets those berries, he can play fast imp here. TaToH, can he maybe block this village off? Could maybe go for it. For now, blocks the boar. And then somewhat fails. Stone and gold in the back here. And, well, that is just like walling this off, walling this off. This is just sick. Which map are you hyped for the most for the finals? Registered Fortress Turks. This could be like Arquebus, fast bomber cannon attack. Well, we'll see. Start with a more open map, but way closer distance to the gold in the center here, so Vinchester needs to work for that. Fast forward a bit. Well, we could skip a bit, right? Especially because we don't want to fall behind the other casters. I think since we saw everything here and you guys know that those are recorded games, we can go a bit of 75% speed here in target. Oh, could have been beautiful for Wolf Rush. And we see man-at-arm aggression from TaToH. Did he even scout the wolves? Okay, saw some at the left-hand side here and won't really go into those. And we'll see. Vinchester. Is that a Drush FC? Not even. Not even Drush FC. Feels he can go Castle Age without even drushing. We see TaToH now moving forward. Tries to chase down that scout. Will easily get it. Men in arms are coming over. Vinchester just so super fine though. And what is he going for? Maybe archers? Quite a lot of villagers on wood. Love to see more villagers getting food here. It's kind of weird that he didn't push those deers better. Only 2 deers pushed, and now he's arriving at the front. Nili, are you among the 10%? I'm among the 1%. And what a weird mining camp by TaToH. He doesn't really see it. Did only see that stone, but just right click on the stone mine and then see if you could build a better one. Some pressure here, but villager can just go to the right hand side and wall behind there. Don't tell me he's screwing this up. Vinchester should be so on point. Obviously, remember this series has started 1 AM his time, 22 GMT, but he said he will be ready. Was online the whole day and prepared quite nicely. Think he should be fine. Forward tower here, most likely with 5 villagers, and Vinchester, he should just have 0 problems defending this. Walls a bit more, maybe 1 palisade here, 1 palisade there, and then fall back. I don't like that he's not completely walling behind this. Oh, even a stone wall. That's something I didn't see coming. Tries to stay on the berries as long as possible. Maybe another farm could have been nice, but he will be fine for sure. And has stone in the back here, so no problems in that regard. Won't lose a single villager, will get his archery ranges up, and I think he is fine. Villagers moving to the second wood line. Some idle to see, as I said. 1-2 more farms could have been nice. Stark sitting at only 200 food at the moment. Thank you so much, guys, for staying up this late for European times. It's 1:30 here. We still have solid numbers. 1% least happy people without moving forward. What? But I don't know who are the 1% not happy without moving forward. Think there might be. Would be surprised if there are a lot of people except Fire who wanted Fire to win. Maybe to see one more series out of him, but in the end, kind of feels like everyone wants him to qualify. I will stone walls there to let him the same HP as the palisade walls. Well, 250. Well, he just built them faster. Yeah, he maybe should have built them a bit longer then. Yeah. Do you stream often this late? Sometimes, only if there's something on. Normally I stop around 23 or midnight GMT. This is one of my later timings for sure. Or if I do a 40-hour stream. I just want the best player of the qualifier to qualify. Well, it's tricky to decide that today, right? 4-3 in the end. In a very hard 4 series. It's tough to say if Doubt was really the best, but it felt like Fire and Doubt are the best at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if Fire is coming back and challenge Doubt again. Stark stonewalling Vinch in. Looks like it, right? Walling in here and walling at the top. So the problem is though, we have 5 crossbows or archers already out. Could maybe take into crossbows, not really going for that as of yet. Can he get some damage done? Do we have skirmishers chasing this down? At least one. Shouldn't really be doing too much though. Why are we not seeing crossbowman upgrade? I think it's somewhat important. Good to see out here, and for now only 900 HP on those walls, so not the most important thing ever as well. Can he wall behind this? I still don't understand why he's not getting the upgrades here. Okay, now he's getting crossbowman. And wheelbarrow. Scam needs to be killed. Doesn't really want to take any damage. Vinchester, not with the reaction he wanted to have if he was watching back in this game. Clumped up and goes back here. So the micro. Oh god! Taking way too much damage. Shouldn't actually have a single loss here. Low HP villagers in the low HP crossbowmen in the back. It's micro quite a bit. Will lose potentially 1, potentially 2. Loses 2. That's just so much. Oh man. I think he should have not lost a single one. If he took care. Feels bad, but nice for Stark for sure. Now builds another tower behind there, and Vinchester is actually trying to fight himself out. Didn't expect that. And yeah, as we said earlier, few late buildings are just taking not too long anymore to finish sentences. To be torn down. I mean, more towers, and Stark even going for fletching, so his castle age 7 will be quite late. 200 food here, 500 gold, and well, we're pushing through that area. Stark cannot hold for much longer. Tries to go for the stone wall here, but the crossbowman should just get out. Ah, you're waiting for NBA matches? Well, in roughly 4 months, I will start watching NBA as well. Kind of watch most of the playoff games. Not really interested in regular season game though. Did the wolf actually get a kill? Feels like it. Goes for a siege workshop here. Villagers actually could have walked that down. Not really going for this yet. Gold control might get tricky here in Stark. That is pretty gold efficient. We'll get some of those crossmen completely catching them off guard. Trying to split off here, and that has to be pretty nice for Stark. But he's only one villager ahead at the moment. Goes for wheelbarrow now, and that villager in quite some trouble. Defensive tower here, 400 foot for him, doesn't have a mill. But is he just delete something? Oh yeah, here at the front. To build a stable. Interesting that he thinks that's the way to go. And so we'll lose that village at the front, wall behind there. And without Botkin, it's just not doing a sick amount of rage advantage and or damage. Stark with a nice split, Vinchester with the resplit, but it's still skirm against crossmen without all the upgrades of Castle Age, so Vinchester needs to run. Pretty even villager count. Mangonel now coming over, tries to get some hits, but crossmen are dying before that, and that was a solid hit in the center for skirmishers, eating the full shot, but only one dying. Not too bad for Stark, honestly. We're still keeping some stuff alive here. Vinchester idling his TCs at the moment, okay. Gets some more rolling for himself, and Villager sneaked out here. Is that the second siege workshop? I don't really know. Stark, he's going for double stable against all those crossbowmen, and the tower still doing some work, right? Oh no, getting that village over here. Some knights would have been nice for Vince. Well, they still won't do any damage here, right? And he didn't really have the greatest eco. But yeah, after we saw the mass amount of skirms, knights surely would have been good. But it also was only the mass amount of skirms because we saw so many crossmen. Who was the favorite to win this? Kind of tough to say. I think Stark is the slight favorite, like 60-40 or something like that. House color after that many farms seeded? Well, sometimes you don't have a choice. At least clearing that tower up. 3 more villagers for him. I'd say we're in kind of an even game here. Monastery would be really lovely for Vinchester. And we're going on to more stone. Is he on more stone? Oh yeah. So that might be organ guns, guys. And monastery indeed. Trying to defend off the incoming stables. This game or the series? I'd say the series. In this game it kind of feels even. Maybe a small advantage for Stark. We have to remember that Vinchester finished 3rd last qualifier and Stark, I believe, 4th or something. When they played against each other last qualifier, Vinchester won this 4-1. I did an interview with him after he beat Bals, like some days ago, and he said he was a bit overperforming and thinks it will be tougher today in this series. Maybe 4 hour series. Well, I'm awake. I need to be at the embassy in 6 hours though, to do some visa stuff for BBQT. So, hashtag no sleep. Picking up the first relic. That's a lot of monks for him. How does Vinchester know? Is that all anticipation? Good stuff. Has a lot of villagers on stone. We'll probably get that castle up. And let's take a look. How many knights will we see? 6 knights against 4 monks soon. I think that should be no problem for him. If he gets half of the conversions, maybe some mangonel damage. Those crossmen have +2 attack as well. I think he will be completely fine, even if he only gets 2 conversions. I think he should be in a fine spot. Although maybe numbers are getting higher. Well, we are at 7 soon. I'll make that. Oh no, will be more. 1 TC only for Stark, and he goes for the castle drop as well. And has a siege workshop here at the top. Okay, maybe we'll see an engagement. Oh, did he leave that TC here? Okay, so scouted that and realized, okay, we'll never hold that area. And he will go for the castle. Now scouts the double stable. Army's completely shown as well. Do we see more monks? Not as of yet. And where do we want to see the castle? Maybe over here. Could be a good option. Maybe over here to control the gold. Here would be beautiful, but that's super risky at the same time. Sanctity coming. A barracks? Is he really going for pikemen here? And indeed, trying to block the gold. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That could be so bad. That could be so bad. Mangonel? Not in range. Okay. Probably a good shot against those villagers, having the hill advantage as well. Gets one shot off here, and now the knights coming over here. Vinchester is trying to go for some quick walls. That is not going to happen. We saw 2 conversions, all the monks idle here. That wasn't the greatest thing ever, and that will be a big shot against all those villagers. The Mangonels in the back doing a lot of damage. Now needs to retreat to the right hand side, and that was just really ugly for him. Yeah, he clicks up to him. That's pretty nice for him, but all those villagers going down here at the front, and we have even villager numbers here, although Vince was on more TCs for quite some time, and simply not getting the conversions in there. That was unfortunate for him, had them a bit out of position, and nice managing here for Stark. Heavily in favor now, and he is dropping a castle, so that will be stopped. Ugly spot for Vince, and that was just, well, 30 minutes of peacetime and like 20-30 seconds where Stark just wrecked Vinchester here. Just had so much more vision and didn't get any conversions. Mr. Vince here, ugly spot for him. Can he get some of those villagers? Probably, but the castle might just go up anyways. Ay, 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 that was just intense. Can he maybe instantly get the TC? No, okay. Yeah, the castle. No, he won't. Blocks it for now. That's annoying. Cancels it and builds it a bit higher at the hill. So what do we see? More barracks, university now. Still 2 archeries at home, but not building anything out of those. He just checks into Halberdiers now. Doesn't want to go into anything else. Obviously has no more gold control. That one's on the outside, lost that one, and the castle went down. So that was just kind of 30 seconds that cost him the game. Hey Nili, great qualifier. Thanks for all the work and looking forward to NSC2. Thanks. One question. Why is there always winner and loser bracket? Why not just one bracket? To give people from the loser bracket more chances. For example, BBQT. He came from the loser bracket and still qualified from the winner bracket. Otherwise you just have one bad day and yeah, are completely out of it. Just wanted to guarantee, yeah, or want to take a bit of variance out of it. And the more games you have, the lower the variance is. Could have even made an argument to have 2 best-of-7 series in the winner bracket finals then. But then it would be way longer. Or you needed to have them play both at the same day, which could be endless as well. Complete gold control for Stark now. He's still going for more stables. That's kind of surprising to me. But now, together with organ guns, Vinchester, he will have problems finding a good army composition potentially. More knights in the back here. And he has enough stone to maybe free himself. I think this will be bombard cannons for Vinchester pretty soon. Indeed. Protected by pikemen for now. Doesn't really have the resources for the halberdier attack. As I said, we're playing Gold Rush, and he has no part of that center area. And Stark, he just continues with the castle age aggression. Knows that mass halberdiers won't really scare him too much. He has mangonels, he has Orient guns on the hill. Not too scary. Even kills his own knights in exchange. The brackets are a great concept. Well, potentially. Even villager count and... oh man, that just hurts so much. That one single goal there. Did people decide that all guns are OP? I think they are not. But yeah, they're stronger than people think. Uh-oh. Go in here. Is that a second down castle? No, not really. Just going back here. Bombard cannon quite exposed. Is he committing against that? We need to send it quite far back. Those militia. Oh, militia, I mean, saying pikemen already going down. Bombard cannon cannot really get into that castle here. And seems like st4rk is just fine fighting under this. All the knights are going down, so that wasn't too great for st4rk. But simply killing that one bombard cannon is buying him so much time. st4rk now on the way to imp as well. Has 8 more villagers. And what's the game plan here for Vinchester? He goes for a trap. I think bombard cannon tech would have been the way better option. Like scarf that actually kills stuff and don't die to mangoes easily. Yeah, but you still can only build them out of the castle. Every unique unit is better than any non-unique unit. Well, that's not true, but every unique unit is somehow stronger than most other units. Obviously, a berserk is not stronger than a paladin, but paladins are pretty strong. But for example, boyars are better than cavaliers. Tarkans are better than paladins in some instances. And so forth and so on. You know what I want to say. So, obviously they have to be strong, otherwise you would never afford into a castle, if they're just as good as the other unit. Those walls from st4rk give so much intel as well. Yeah, that's true. He has some vision here, or does he? Let's take a look. Well, not that much. But yeah, he sees the front, sees the archer rangers, sees that Vinchester was on stone. And, well, this castle will most likely go up 80% here, or is it? 5 more villagers, 6 more villagers. It's actually going down, guys. We still have the tower around. No, it's going up. Okay, not enough more damage output. And yeah, bombard cannon gets that last bombard cannon, or last organ gun. And Vinchester, he might feel like, okay, it's time to get the kill. 15 less villagers, but way more army at the moment. Goes for +2 defense, and now he somewhat has access to the gold if it wasn't for that castle on that hill, which will make it pretty tricky now. We should see instant... Oh, we should see instant chemistry, but didn't have a university, Mr. st4rk. So that will take some time. Goes for cap drams for now. Take a look. We have market now in the back. Kind of surprising that Vinchester never went for a market earlier, especially on gold rush if we don't have any gold control. It's kind of the standard thing to do. Now selling some food and some wood. Let's get on some stuff. Redemption and block printing now for st4rk. Wants to go for the long distance conversions against bombard cannons. Quite a nice move. Remember that monks only costing gold. Makes a lot of sense for Portuguese as well, since they have the reduction here. He did have a market forward that got destroyed. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Where did he have it? Was it over here? He built it in the middle? Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Was it that villager here with the monastery? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Still bombard cannon. Very close populations here. st4rk with a better eco. And finally gets onto bombard cannons, but mass bombard cannons are just so good against, well, only halberdiers at the moment. Maybe transition into hand cannoneers as well. Only has 1 archer range at the side, so that won't really help him out too much. Quite heavily housed, has enough stone to go for more repair. And what is he trying to convert? Probably the bombard cannon here long distance. Can he micro away from this? Won't die against a single shot. Bombard cannon through face, no problem for a monk. And the bombard cannon is going down here, and that's just very costly. st4rk even gets Iron gun with it and get some damage done against the castle. That was just beautiful for TaToH, who's still trying to hold on to the castle. Didn't right click it for quite some time. And all those halberdiers, they cannot really do too much against that castle here. Monks doing their job. That bombard cannon is at least going down. And traps doing quite a lot as well. Ballistics and Bodkin arrow here. The castle will get stronger and stronger. Even has masonry working for himself. And now the KD gets kind of out of hand here in favor for TaToH, who keeps on bombard cannon production. Didn't build a house for ages. Ran into those wolves here apparently. And couldn't really... Oh, double university even. Okay. Maybe forgot it about the other one. No, I checked it. Early Imp didn't have one. So then he forgot about the top one. And losing the castle here, quite ugly. Vinchester, still no access to gold, right? No, that's out. And he isn't here. That means he's just struggling with all the resources. 46 at food, 34 at wood at the moment. That makes it so tricky. Loses another bombard cannon that could actually focus down on the trap. Here is losing it most likely. Can he maybe do some damage around here? And just ridiculous that a bombard cannon isn't killing a monk, right? Does 40 damage. A monk has 45 HP. So... the math checks out, but just feels so weird. You're an old guy getting a cannonball onto your head, and it's not enough to kill you. TaToH with a better eco, and well, it only came down to that 30 seconds where Vinchester didn't get all the conversions he needed. He had 4 monks, only got 2 conversions. Mangonels had a beautiful time in there as well. Maybe a bit more defensive castle could have been better. And TaToH very patiently stayed on 1 TC and got the kill there. Intense game and well played by TaToH. You should have told me that the flag was a bit tiny. I told you to tell me. Sorry for that. TaToH 1-0 ahead now. And what is winner bracket loser file? Loser, round of 8. So many mistakes. Why do I not check the overlay before starting? Feels Nili, man. Gold difference was just too big. TaToH even more stone there, and the rest of the eco was somewhat equal. I just really wanted to rewind those 30 seconds there, most likely. Okay, let's take a look at the civilizations. You probably already saw those. We're now looking into rehydration as our next map. Strong civilizations could be Japanese, maybe Malians, maybe Celts. What do we have left? Flooded Cross, Land Madness, Arabia, Seize the Hump. Quite a lot of aggressive maps left. As you love them. I will fast forward a bit. I kind of wish other streamers wouldn't stream your event. Why? At least T90 won't cast the finals. That's good. For my viewer numbers. But it kind of gives me exposure. If I had... $80,000 YouTube followers and 80,000 Twitch followers, I might think differently. I didn't thank the subs earlier. Hauptmenü for the Prime. Oh, thank you. XXL Currywurst, thanks for 8 months. We had Maliafo with $17 and now Ilalilasson. Thanks. And SC2 is a monopoly anyway, isn't it? Yeah. The LAN event is, so it doesn't hurt me that much. And as long as the donations are coming in, which they kind of stopped after the first 2 weeks, or not kind of stopped, but got less. Very XD, thanks for your Prime. Then I'm still fine with it. By the way, I can activate the sound now. So if you want to have anything with text or speech, that's back on the menu now. Yeah, a lot of people messaged me and said that they feel bad for me. TaToH is going for the steal, by the way, of all the sheep. With the Japanese against Malian's matchup here. Vinchester, he is triple milling this year in the back. Will go for man-at-arms most likely. And, well, TaToH with a solid uptime himself. And now tries to go for the steal as well. Goes into a weird direction though, Mr. Vinchester. Yeah, well, as I said, some people message me and like, oh, don't you think it's so unfair? And it kind of gives me exposure as well. If I had like, if no one of Mem's Viper and T9's community wouldn't know that NAC2 was happening, I probably like had more benefit of restricting it in some form. But this way, it's just free promotion for me, right? As well. And yeah, it's bad during those for sure. Glad it's working out for you. Well, maybe if I was streaming it alone, I could have like 3K viewers every single match and have like 30K donations already. But, well, we'll never find out. Vinchester, he's going for the archery range defense, by the way. Didn't go for man-at-arms, and that's quite some aggression. Vinchester, why is he not walling this off? Completely brain freezing here. Now goes for man-at-arms. What is he doing? Doing some attack here at the front, but not really attacking. That's kind of stand ground. The one from behind is attacking, but that's kind of weird. And now getting through here. Walls are finally finishing, but that's going to be potentially that villager here. 10 HP, make that quite a lot of losses here. Man-at-arms is now finishing, and we see TaToH, he's running through. Can we see Vinchester's walls? Yeah, that's okay, but that's only for villagers shooting. That's not a lot of damage. The tower behind there as well, and that was quite an aggressive start here for TaToH. He has to be pretty happy with how all this is going so far. How good are Japanese cav archers? At least in Castle Age they have all the upgrades, right? Oh god, and those are low HP villagers here as well. The towers might finish this off. Man-at-arms at the top. Could maybe do some damage against Vinchester here. All of those have full HP. We will take a look at the gold spots pretty soon. One Man-at-arm is going down, and we see one gold spot is over here. Not really sure where the third one is. Let's focus on that first, and well, a lot of stuff went down here. All the 4 Man-at-arms at least. Other gold spot is behind here. So at the moment, that's kind of the best gold spot Vinchester can go for. TaToH with a pretty strong aggression over here. Japanese, let's take a look. Their CA is pretty strong then. Has all the upgrades. And the first go here. Take a look. Villagers. Only one archer range for now. Second archer range for TaToH already on the way. He is 2 villagers behind. But should have quite some solid fish for him in the back. See Vinchester quite okay as well. And Tammy is losing that villagers. 4 HP. Man-at-arm is trying to chase down 1 HP only. Ooh, that was a close one. Solid micro here by Vinch. Saving that archer, say, with 2 HP. Saving that villager with 1 HP. Uh-oh, let's take a look here. He's just debating so much. Fighting for very long and then pulling back. And now gets the kill. That's actually pretty sexy play by Vinch. But all the aggression is still coming from TaToH. We don't need to do another click all the mills test here. If you have some more questions, since we don't have a co-caster and I don't have to focus on too much else going on, I can answer quite a lot. Oh, not even the stable here for TaToH. So might go for some kills against all those archers or skirmishes. What did you have for dinner? quinoa bowl with spinachy and avocado and or avocado, no idea, and some vegan chicken nuggets with sweet sour sauce. How to reach 2K from 1900? It's so hard. Not really. I think reaching 1900 is so much tougher. Just play a bit more and analyze your mistakes. Most of the time it's decision making from 1900 to 2K. Why does somebody say A also have to say B? They don't. Which new playstyle do you prefer, Vinch or Stark? I love both. I honestly love both. Those are two of the most entertaining players for me. Both kind of unconventional, creative ideas, think outside the box, put a lot of thought into the game. It's really tough to say. Maybe Stark, because I see him more. But Vinchester is just so nice as well. Oh, Stark, he's getting some kills. All those villagers, how did he snipe those? Those three had to be super low. Vinchester maybe took them back. And Vinchester, he's mispatrolling here. Oh no, Stark, he will get more villager kills. Or will he? Okay, yeah, look at those. All those villagers in the back are now high HP. Completely blocked off here, and the scout, he's getting kills against the skirmishes. This is looking better and better for Stark. Vinchester, he can click up to castle any second now. Does have both buildings. That is pretty ugly for him. Vinch, 4 villagers ahead. Oh, but might lose 1 or 2 more here. Let's take a look. Is he focusing down the correct villagers? Now this one, the second one should go down here as well, and that's just 2 more villagers. Kind of hurtful. At least that's walled off. Now goes for the stable. But where is all the food income? Crossbowman now making the go for the center. Going for a lot of aggression now on stone. Instead, some more TCs, both stuck at 75 stone for now. Since both of them build a tower. One aggressively, one defensively. Crossman, I thought this one could get attacked, but no. 3 crossmen squeezing in here. And Vinch, he needs to go for some knights to clear this off. Stark is so unique. I agree. Yeah, I've seen so many crazy games. I remember Stark series, last King of the Desert, where we went triple stable with Celts. We've seen Vinchester playing great series as well. I still hate my last series I played against Vinchester. It was also a Gamescom qualifier. And yeah, that one really hurt. That I screwed up 2 games quite heavily there. But winning 1 against him. How long did it take you to get out of that 1600 phase? Well, you know that 1600 was incredibly like raiding worked completely different when I was 1600, right? So 1600 maybe took me a year, something like that. It was actually like I didn't improve for some time. And then I jumped from like 1500 to 1850 in like a month. Yeah. The ratings better or worse? Well, to be 2K was incredibly sick at that point. So yeah, there were like the rating inflation was obviously way less. And what's also way less is the numbers here for Stark when it comes to knights. Vinchester without bloodlines though, and Stark without any upgrades at all. And skirmishes are doing the job. I think that should be clear up here for Vinchester, but what a beautiful hill position here for Stark. And the knight is still doing some damage. Stark actually winning this one. I thought for a small moment Vinchester was... What? Still no good control. He needs to win that more convincingly, apparently. Not enough skirmishes, and Stark. I thought he would lose this fight, but took the hill advantage and... What? I wasn't even ready to really cast the ant here. And suddenly the game is over. Who won the first qualifier again? Back T. Well, that was quite some aggression here for Stark. And... what weird move. Well, gold spots were pretty bad. His uptiming was weird. Maybe not the best start for Vinchester here with Mayans. What were the biggest things that helped you improve? The first recorded game I saw. And reading guides. Yeah. I just have to think about like being 1600 at that point meant you knew how to lure boars. And that you need to put 6 on sheep. That made you above average player at that point in 2000. Or like specializing on one strategy. Or getting feudal age under 13 minutes. So it's like a completely different level. Like an average 2K would be by far the best player in 2001, 2002. Faster castle age timing for Stark as well. Quite solid, 1920 there. But that's just the beauty of the game. And that game kind of phased away from me. Sorry if I didn't properly cast that one. But I didn't see the GG timing that early. But yeah, gold was pretty ugly. I just thought that he would win that fight. And then I thought, okay, then he gets onto, just collects 25 stone, gets a TC up, and we can see an advantage game for Stark where he was ahead, but not end the game. Maybe Bloodlines was really missing, but he had +2, he had nice numbers there as well. Okay, let's take a look. We have Seize the Hump next, and we had Malians against Japanese here. And Japanese, they are pretty strong. And did I not update the scoreboard? Stark now in the 2-0 lead. Yeah, improving now is so much easier than in the old days. Yeah, if you didn't have any record games, no streams, just so much trickier. If you improve as exactly the same speed as the population, then you stay the same with your rating. No, you increase, because if you're above 1600 you increase, if you're below 1600 you decrease. Why have they to play Incas or Red Side Force and not Mirror like TaToH? Because it's another round. TaToH was playing over here and we are playing down here. So different settings. We didn't have Flooded Cross either. And Gold Rush Portuguese wasn't there as well. So every round has different settings. And now we have Seize the Hump. Let's take a look at civilizations again. We're expecting something like Celts or Aztecs. On the other side, maybe something like Incas. Maybe Burmese. Burmese wouldn't be bad, I believe. Well, we will see. I did load up the record and we can just jump into it. The series could be pretty short. We're just having game after game, but it's also very late for some of you. For some of you, it's very early. For some of you, just middle of the day. And Stark is luring the boar here, is doing some dances, actually rushes out that house, no, not really. And he plays indeed Burmese, so we will expect men-at-arms from him. Vinchester, he is playing Aztec, so very likely to see men-at-arms as well. Time for some questions. I hope to see some more Vinch magic on Seize the Ham. So do I. Actually, since the top level still is increasing over time, either inflation is much less than people expect. Since the top level is still increasing over time. What is increasing over time? The rating isn't increasing that much. MSN Gaming Zone days, highest rating was 2630. And now the highest ever achieved rating is 2720 or something. The top level skill is increasing. Either inflation is much less than people expect. What? I don't really understand that. So, guys, tell me, what does this map look like? A bit like the friend of SpongeBob. Can I say good point in English, or is it a German phrase? I think both. It's a German phrase and you can say that. Good point. Yeah, for sure. Looks like an upside down scale weighing wheat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thor's hammer. Okay, I can see that. A mushroom. He wants to say that the level of players is getting higher and higher. Yeah, that's obvious. But why does that stop rating inflation? I think Stark, he cannot play Pop 22 here. He wanted to play Pop 22, but his mining camp will be late. Oh no, wait. Barracks is also the second building, so then he can click after that. We have the barracks here, and Vinchester post going for the center. Vinchester instantly sees where the villagers are going. Sends 3 on gold here. And Vinchester actually plays Pop 23. Kind of weird. Does he need to play that? Ballistics effect will hunting deer? I don't think so, no. That's a weird time, Vinchester. Pop 23. He will be a bit on the back foot. Check look, he should see that gold though. Can maybe even pressure that quite early. Well, we'll see about that. It's not on gold. Can now send some out. Some wall off here, villagers. Are they trying to get a second lumber camp up? Won't hear that much. It doesn't stop. It's just not inflation, since top skill of total beginners stays the same, but top level increase. You have higher difference between top and beginners. We will need to think about that. Okay, now goes for the mill over here. And Vinchester, he will be the first one to attack. Apparently here. Stark, idle TC. Doesn't have a mill. He doesn't have a mill yet. He cannot farm. And he wants to get that one up. And then he probably will start a lot of farming. That's why Man-at-Arm only coming out now. The Wolf is helping out 5 forward villagers for militia, and we will see the big engagement here. Why do we not see Man-at-Arms or quite late here? And he needs to run away now, needs to pull villagers as well, and this might be the big fight, but 25 seconds different, and it's Stark with the +1 attack. This looks pretty good for the Brazilian player here. That will be massive damage output. I will select all the villagers to see the damage, and well, that Wolf is at least helping out, but that's still a lot of losses here at the right hand side. At the top, the villagers aren't really fighting from Stark. Now they're fighting back. And those are heavy losses. Look at that. KD at one point was 6-1, and there will be more villagers here of Vinchester going down for sure. Now the wolf switched around, and oh boy, both going down to 19 villagers, but it's still 3 men-at-arms to none. And the wolf continuing to help out. What a sick move here. The villager even being left alone. He is trying to go for the gold, and that he is Mr. Stark. And we even see an aggressive tower here. Continues to do some aggression. Villagers kind of low. Vinchester with 1 villager more. Military count 3-1. Quite heavy blows, but it feels like it's somewhat even. Do we have some farms? Okay, 4 farms now. Did save some of the villagers. Low HP villagers. Did he save all of them? Kind of feels like it. And now the aggressive tower. We need to see a counter tower instantly here. It should be spotted. Which I think he even needs to pull some villagers against that. And that's more men-at-arms here. 4 men-at-arms. That will be just so much damage output. Problem for Vinchester is that he built that tower close to the woodland as well, so not all villagers can really attack here. He pulled some more to the front, and I think I want to select villagers' point of view again. You just see all those villagers dying against that massive amount of damage output. Vinchester with a bit later timing there with his man-at-arm upgrade. Now the +1 attack for Stark, just so good. Villagers out of position, both towers completely garrisoned, and well, I don't really see an answer to that. Vinchester with the earlier skirmishers and archers, but the damage output just was already here. That archers even going down, skirmishers in the back aren't doing too much, even getting fought down here. And 14-minute game, Vinchester's out of this one. What a short series are we witnessing here? What? Whew. So, Stark getting 1 pop-up earlier. Vinchester with the early archer range. That's why he couldn't keep up full man-at-arm production. But kind of knew, okay, if we both continue man-at-arms, I won't have a chance. And Burmese just beautifully executed here. Massive amount of villagers going forward. +1 attack on those. Also having the lumber camp upgrade. Yeah, lacking a bit of farms here probably, Mr. Stark. That was a bit sloppy that the mill was so late. But still, got the numbers out. And Vinchester, just the later timing, kind of hurt him. Ooh, 3-0. And this might be a way shorter series than I thought. Anti-90 messaging me now. I only got 3 games. And let's take a look at the achievements. I don't really want to get spoilers. Let's take a look. Did I get more games? Yes. Okay, that's sweet. So I got game 4 till 7. So we are either seeing 7 games, or at least Polskafin did a good job of having spoiler prevention. And lovely stuff here. Stark even fought, Vinchester didn't. And yeah, I will download that and we'll send all my boys the Rex. Memp sent. T90 sent. Onlu sent. And we are extracting them and put them in our folder. We couldn't get all the 7 recs at one point because it was overlapping. The series wasn't over when we started watching those records, and that's why I said send me 3 first, and then an hour later, oh god, Onlu thought it was the best of 5. Emran Omar, thanks for your prime and your support. And yeah, we will see more. We will see Flooded Cross next, and then we'll see if we have more other stuff coming our way. Right. Okay, so I loaded up the next record. We are taking a look at civilizations. That was completely like, at least I took care of game number 3. Game number 2 completely slipped away from me. And this one was a short one as well, so we didn't had a lot of actual game casting time so far. Belize is now out as well. And we have Flooded Cross, Land Madness, and Arabia. So, we have to think for Vinchester. Flooded Cross kind of has to be... Oh no, he likes to play Italians on Arabia, right? I think Italians would be better on Flooded Cross. He might go for Celts though. Maybe Land Madness, Mongols. Yeah, and switch those around. We will have Arabia Mayans for st4rk, Huns for Flooded Cross, and Land Madness Incas. That's at least what I think. See ya, trending. Okay, then let's jump into game number... Oops, that was weird. What did I just do here? Ah, I know what I did. Didn't really help you though. We're jumping into game number 4 here in a threatening, potentially very short series. Vinchester playing Italians here against the Huns, so should be pretty good for him if he gets into Genoese. We have Flooded Cross on our way, 4 pawns all around, and need to see what we can come up with here. Water control, super important, but in the end, land decides the game. Lots of villagers on wood here for st4rk, so that will be quite a big question here. TaToH gives a demo. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, thank you, Polska fan, if that was the link. Oh. Those boars in here? Why does he have that little food? Bit surprised, huh? Has a bit in the hand here, and quite a lot of villagers on wood here as well. That's something you absolutely don't need if you're Italians. Like, maybe you can go to 5. But 8? Why? Just slows you down so much. Wrong colors? Is that so? Then they switched players' point of views. My bad. Then I will give you that green and purple they played. Dark blue, Vinchester red. Yeah, that's how it was. Right. Italians, the long-awaited Huns bane, or is it just speculated? Let us see. Isn't VNA a Vietnamese team? Well, they still picked up st4rk as the only non-Vietnamese player for ECL. And yeah, that's why st4rk is playing for them and tries to perform. Oh, quite a lot of... That doesn't really make a lot of sense. This was, well, he actually wanted to include the golden stone, but he needs to wall behind here. Cannot wall in that direction. Or I could wall that. Cannot wall at the shoreline. I think it's... You can be really greedy with adding fishing ships here. Oh, some aggression again from Mr. st4rk. 5 forward villagers, and he goes for 3 men-at-arms. Oh, kind of weird. Okay, overall, scores 4-4 now from them in NSC2 qualifiers. So, Vinchester won 4-1 before. Oh god. Oh god, that's so bad for Vinchester. Oh boy, that's so ugly. And he's directly running into... Oh no. Oh no. Instantly going down, forward watchtower, pressuring that area. Getting at least 1 instant kill. Doesn't even bother to check man-at-arms. Now runs away to get another wood line. Okay, get some damage done against the scout at least. Do we have one fire galley here? No fire galley queued up here for now. Second dock at that side, and well, Vinchester, if you can hold a bit with some archers maybe. Could be fine. To go for a defensive tower. Doesn't even have enough wood for a defensive tower. Uh-oh, could be broken here. Needs to build a gate. What is this? Now he has enough wood for the defensive tower. Tries to rush it out. He just needs to wall behind this. Keeps it open. Not a big fan of that, I think. Just gating it up here would have been better. Watching TaToH from his point of view on the stream, he looks like random 2K player. Watching TaToH play this tournament, he looks like a top 10. Well, he has been performing in tournaments quite nicely for sure, and on his stream, he is experimenting quite a bit. Is it too late to restart? Yes. Restarts only work in the first 4 minutes. So the goal behind it is to see, okay, that's a very unfortunate map generation. I will restart this one. There very rarely happens something that was influenced by your gameplay or your enemy's gameplay that gets you into restarts. Vinchester, he could link up to castle now if he was having enough resources for the buildings. Goes for that stone now. Where's this other stone here at the front? Oh, brutal stuff for him. How is water looking? See that fire galley sneaked around. One fire galley to defend here for TaToH. Oh, tries to redock the left hand side. And Vinchester, he's just having troubles holding those walls off here. Not having enough wood. I think those 3 should really work on wood behind here as well. To get some more houses up. Fishing ship count 6 to 6 at the moment. So that's somewhat even, but might be pretty tricky for him. He's housed for so long. Defensive tower now here. Let's wall this up with the houses. Oh, village in some trouble. This is quite an ugly game for Vinchester, but if he can hold it off, and if he gets to castle age with all that stone and the defensive tower, he might be fine. But now the men-at-arms are rushing in. One villager already in the heavy pressure. That tower is getting 1 kill, is getting 2 kills. And those men-at-arms, they aren't finished yet. Will get even more here. And all those villagers so low in HP. And the tower is at 95%. Why is he trying to fight this off? This makes very little sense. And will get 4 villager kills. And the men-at-arm, they cannot even really be attacked. But because every time you're moving out at that side, the tower can shoot you as well. Just the worst timing or the worst distance. Villager count actually even. I have no idea how this happened. At least he's holding off the water. But more fire galleys are coming over, trying to hold this now. Gets an archer range out finally. But another tower from TaToH. He's just playing this so aggressively. And what did I tell you guys? Over and over again. This map, it feels like, yeah, there's a lot of water and water control is important, but not dying on land is the most important thing here. Sick aggression after sick aggression from TaToH. He is just playing in Vinchester's face. Game after game. And he cannot control this aggression. Now loses the water here as well. The only advantage that he really had. TaToH just ballsily having his fish boom working perfectly for him in the back here. And, well, finally one archer to defend this off. Where's the wood? Oh god, he's not even having that wood. And now over here. Oh, just think about a galley here. Could finish him off. Don't tell me he's going for a galley. That was just really the most beautiful move. Whew. One of the fastest best of 7s. Yeah, we skipped some of the Dark Ages as well, but those were surely wasn't the great anticipated series we thought. Why the forward lumber mills from Vinchester? Noticed that one last couple games as well. Forward lumber camps. Well, the CC is over here, right? Over here you can always get attacked on water. So see how unfortunate that is. And you feel like, okay, I can just expand a bit. Maybe that one could have been better a bit for him for sure. Yeah, a demo ship. I'm not sure if a demo would actually connect think a galley is the better choice. And indeed, he's going for the galley. Oh no, and that's another tower that cannot be built by all the villagers. And, well, let's take a look. Can he snipe that one down? Even skirmishers can get him. Yeah, and gets that one. Tower needs to be deleted as well. It's stuck at 84 stone now. Oh, ugly move after ugly move in Vinchester. That might have been the most unfortunate performance for him that I've ever seen. Yeah, the series started at 1 AM his time. That was super ugly for him, but he said he was trying to show up, and what can I say? And Vinchester. How this looks. Pop 38 against Pop 65. He's still not up to Castle Age. He had 800 food like 6 minutes ago. He won't make it to NSC2. KD indeed 5 to 24 now. Goes heavily onto stone. Maybe thinks he can make that happen, but more archers are coming around. He deletes that. He's trying to get home. That's completely exposed, and Stark just said, "To bait it. I'm just attacking you at that front area." How are resources for Stark looking? He isn't even too far away from Castle Age either. So has his fish in the back. Had some okayish farming. Okay, goes for wheelbarrow now. Oh, had some fish at the side as well. And now just more aggression at the center. Vinchester, oh god, that goal is getting blocked as well. This is just a horrible game for him to play. Oh, I really feel for him. It's funny how fast towers are being built while being the most efficient early building. Well, you have to remember that he is having 5 to 6 forward villagers to get them up, and you have to have a good amount of villagers at stone to get that amount out. So he's basically taking 10 villagers away, and let's say 1 or 2 villagers on wood. So let's say 11 to 11.5 villagers of eco to get all those towers. Do you feel bad for making Vinchester play at 1 AM now? No. I asked him if it's fine, and he said he will make it happen. And yeah. The other option would have been Saturday morning, and the winner would have played Saturday evening. Vinchester pop 33. And Stark 27 minutes Castle Age. After all this aggression completely goes for that gold. Luckily we at least have the market. Let's take a look. Maybe the Mangonel can get the biggest shots ever, but how? Behind 2 towers with all this aggression. Look at the bigs around with all the galleys as well. This is a sick play, and that tower might be annoying as well. Let's take a look. Mangonel might, okay, at least gets 1 villager, but tells Stark what's up, and he goes for double stable. And what's the defense here against double stable? Oh man, did I not expect this series to go that way. Well, Vinchester at least getting that, and I know that Vinchester is still in this one, but you can see the score, you can see all the dots of the minimap. This is like 85 to 15% map control. Stark is going for the 4th pawn control now as well, wants to fish over there. Finally some wood control back for Vinchester. But this might be the... Oh god, even the Mangonel going down. This should not have happened. Needed to repair that, but didn't really have any more wood to repair. Now needed to buy some wood. Is completely on that gold. Has a monastery working for himself. Maybe can get some conversions against the galleys. Looks like it. Oh, deleted before that after he did 18 damage. And I think once we see the Castle Age uptiming and we know not a single villager will be built, we have the GG timing here. Good luck next, Vinchester. You have been defeated even. Oh no. Let's quickly jump into the achievements. Oh boy, that felt bad. That felt bad. KD, pretty brutal. Stark obviously with better eco. In the end, Vinchester got all the gold, but it's rarely that we see such a big difference in wood that early on in the game. And yeah, villager count wasn't really fair either after those 3 docks went up. Yeah, Civ draft isn't really important, and I can welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's directly jump into the next game. And let's take a look what will happen here. Oops, what is going on? The game ended. That's because the series is already over. This is just a VOD to avoid some spoilers. So yeah, you already saw the series till the end, and this is just a VOD without any content coming up, and therefore you can now close the video, and I hope you didn't get spoiled before at YouTube. Enjoy, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's directly jump into the next game. And let's take a look what will happen here. Oops, what is going on? The game ended. That's because the series is already over. This is just a VOD to avoid some spoilers. So, yeah, you already saw the series till the end, and this is just a VOD without any content coming up, and therefore you can now close the video, and I hope you didn't get spoiled before at YouTube. Enjoy, guys.